Hello everyone. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about Android drawer layout. Well, this is something which you must have seen in many applications. Let me show you what drawer layout is. If I click this hamburger icon, I get to see something that stretches out. And from here, if you wish, you can choose an option. If I click the option settings, it will show me that I have selected settings. That means it is identifying which element I'm choosing. If I choose the option called print, then also it will be showing me that I have clicked print. And a similar thing what I have shown over here as a drawer, the same thing I can do it from the option menu as well. So in the option menu, same I've kept. It's again, it's your choice. If you want, you can go for some other item as well. So I have maintained both the type of menu to be the same. So this is what the drawer layout is, but it seems to be very good looking and very easy, but actually you need to be a bit careful because there are some extensive resources which you need to have. So the first thing is you need to replace your by default action bar and you have to customize your toolbar so that you can generate your hamburger icon as well as your option menu as well. So the first step is to customizing of your toolbar, and that's what I have done in this particular file, making use of android.support.v7 widget toolbar. So this is something what I have implemented over here. After that, after the customization of this toolbar is done, when the user is going to click option, just a minute, when the user is going to click the option over here, you need to generate your hamburger icon. And for that reason, what you have to do is you have to go to your main activity. In a main activity, let me show you the code. Main activity, I have first initialized the reference of the toolbar, and I have also initialized something called action bar drawer toggle. This is the one which will be responsible for generating your hamburger icon. So when the user will be clicking on action bar drawer toggle, what the thing has to do, it has to extract the drawer layout, and that is what I actually mentioned over here. See, after the implementation of toolbar, after the finding of the over here, there is a drawer layout that you need to find, which I didn't show you yet, but I'm showing it. And then the action that need to be performed is to generate your hamburger icon in the toolbar, and this is the line that actually does the display of hamburger icon on the toolbar. And once the user clicks the hamburger icon, this is the response that the hamburger icon is going to give, and which is extending your drawer layout. So let me show you what actually it means. When I'm clicking this hamburger icon, the layout comes. Okay, so this drawer layout you have to create, and for that reason, in the activity main, you have to take you have to change your layout type from the default constraint layout, and you have to add drawer layout over here, and for that you have to make use of android support.v4.widget.drawer layout. Now inside the drawer layout, one important thing you have to remember is that it can allow you only one view group, and that is what I have added over here, the linear layout. And inside this view group there can be some subcategories also, but it will be allowing only one view group. That is what something you need to be very careful. Now inside the linear layout, I have to include my toolbar, and that's the reason this is the way you can add an XML file, a separate XML file into another XML file, and this is what actually I did. It's very interesting, I know. So there's a text view. If you see the preview over here, there's a text view. That this is the text view which has been meant over here. Now come to the main part, that is when I will be clicking the drawer layout, what actually happens? It happens that you get to see something called navigation view. Let me show the similar once again. As I'm clicking the hamburger icon, to see the navigation view. So this whole drawer layout has a part over here that is called navigation view, and that is actually done by something called android.support.design. This time it is not v7, either it's v4. It's design.widget.navigation view. Now this is what something very important. If you see over here, there is a dotted line including. Let me stretch it. See, it's showing that there is something written over here which is not actually been shown. Why it is not shown? Because I have taken over a gravity start. So if I remove this thing, you will find that here comes the navigation. It is covering up the entire your XML file, and that is not what we want actually. It should be kept hidden until the hamburger icon is actually been selected. So I'm putting back my gravity, and then only the thing will be stretched out of the XML file, main XML file. Okay. Now, inside this navigation view, you have to add two elements. This is one section which is called the header layout. See, this is the header layout which I have added. Over here, there is an image view, and then there is a text view. Okay, this is something which you need to be very careful, because every application will be having a header layout which will be displaying about the details of the application. Okay, and the second thing is that the menu part. So this is the menu which I have created. A separate XML file is there for the drawer menu. So this drawer menu I have added, and then with the help of navigation view, these two separate individual components, they are getting embedded together. That's something very fascinating. So navigation view is allowing you to generate your header layout as a separate XML file and your menu as a separate XML file collectively be placed together into one component. Do remember this one. This is something, the point which you need to keep it in mind. So let me show you the header layout. In the header layout, I've just added the image view and a text view, and there is a drawer menu over here. So this is the drawer menu which I've added over here. Okay, and I'm very sure that you can follow the thing. I know there are a lot of component involved in it. Okay, now I didn't go to the actual Java part, so I'm still lingering in the XML portion. Okay, so I believe it has made you clear. Okay, so now let's come to the Java part. In a very nutshell, I will be saying, because the video I don't want to make it too long. So I've taken the toolbar, customize toolbar has to be done, the drawer layout need to be identified, the hamburger icon need to be placed, navigation view need to be implemented. Okay, and then you have to go for initial finding, and once finding has been done, the setup of the toolbar also has been done. Now you will be going for a method which I have written. You might not write it by this name. It's a customized name. Once the user clicks, once the control comes to this menu, this particular section will be getting called. Here what I'm doing is that the main purpose of this section is to identify which view component I'm clicking. So once that particular view component, the message will be displaying over here, and for that reason we have to give a call to set navigation item selector listener. Okay, which implements the particular menu item or the item that is present in the navigation view, and then we have to distinguish which particular element that has been selected, and then accordingly the response has to be taken care about. So in this way you can generate your navigation view, and I'm very sure if you try out, you will surely be able to do it. I didn't apply any activity. If you apply further activity, then once as you are choosing the item, it will take you to new activity. Okay, I'm still sticking by one single activity. So I believe that the navigation drawer part will be easy for you to understand, and just try out yourself, and if there is any problem, let me know. Surely in my next video I will be talking more about this. Until then, have a nice time.